All right, back to those damn trees in the forest. Remember the tree that fell in the forest a couple minutes ago there, and it hit the ground, but nobody heard it, because if there's nobody there, when the tree falls in the forest, it doesn't make a sound? That's what John Locke says, because he says that substance, this is another word, substance is stuff in the world that's a primary quality, but I can never see substance the way it is in itself. I can only see substance as it somehow touches my eyeballs. Now, in other words, if I see something, what I'm seeing is the light wave that comes off the thing, hits my eye, and then my mind interprets that. So John Locke says, boy, oh boy, I can't ever see what's actually out there. But there's this other guy in your book. His name is Bishop George Berkeley, and it's in the chapter that's right before the chapter Bejerkley, which has got a J in it. And a very strange thing happens in your book. And that is that Sophie sees herself blink in the mirror. And that's a strange thing to try. If you look in the mirror and you see yourself blink, you can't. Because when you blink, you can't see yourself blink. But Sophie sees herself blink in the mirror if you're reading the book, which I'm sure you're all doing. And that's odd. Because here is what's going on. Bishop Berkeley has a new answer to the tree in the forest problem. And it's not a very nice one, but it's a very weird one. It's sort of like Malebranche. Berkeley says, esse, est, percipi. That's right. You all know what that means. Isn't that amazing? Esse, est, percipi. And what that means is to be perceived, which means to look at something makes it exist. But of course, human beings don't have that power, so what in the world is looking at everything all the time? Well, you got it. It's another one of these gods that saves the day. So for Bishop George Berkeley, when a tree falls in the forest, even if nobody's looking at it, well, of course, God's always looking at it. And if God blinks, the entire universe goes out of existence. And that's part of the strange little thing that's happening when Sophie blinks and sees herself blink. Because if she can see herself blink, then somebody has to be seeing her when she's blinking, and then the plot of the book gets even weirder and weirder until you get to the sex scene at the end, which isn't that good, but at least it might drive you to read the entire book, because I'm sure now you probably aren't all the way through. So you should be finishing that book, and remember, to be is to be perceived means if the tree falls in the forest, it does make a sound because God hears everything. One other thing, Bishop George Berkeley is called an idealist. And this is a new word for us, idealist. Whereas Locke is a realist. That's right, the guy that says the tree does not make a sound is a realist, whereas the guy who says God makes it make a sound is an idealist. That may not make sense, but let me explain it quickly. It goes like this. Substance is really there, but I can't see substance except insofar as my eyeballs or my senses respond to the powers that substance has to evoke a sensation in me. I see yellow because yellow light waves hit my the cones in my eye. But for Berkeley, I see yellow because God sees yellow, and I'm seeing exactly what God's seeing. Isn't that just dandy? And with that, I'll see you later.